Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. If you're new here, you're probably watching this at a later date. It's probably called Keith Condensed. But anyways, I would invite you to join me on the live stream. I typically cover articles, different investments, different stocks that I like, or stocks that I've been looking at, or analysis, or whatever it may be. So feel free to join me on the actual live stream. But today what I wanted to get into was an actual article review, specifically an article that talks about Starbucks partnering with Visa and also, I guess, Chase Bank. Let's go ahead and just transition over to the article real quickly. So this article was written by what looks like Carl. I won't even try to pronounce his last name, from the Investor's Place yesterday. But basically, in here he talks about how Starbucks is going to be offering a prepaid Visa card, and in there he will be rewarding their customers. Yo, Coach Keith, extra condensed. Yes, slash. How did you know? I got to get off the stream because I'll get distracted by all the comments real quick. But in here he talks about how Visa Starbucks has partnered with Chase to offer a prepaid Starbucks card. And the reason why they offered a prepaid Starbucks card is because he was saying that a lot of their customers, or they've gotten a lot of feedback from a lot of their customers that would say, hey, you know what? We don't want to go into debt. We don't want a credit card, but we want a Starbucks card. We want a prepaid Starbucks card. So Starbucks is like, all right, well, we're going to partner with Visa to make that happen. And so you can make non-Starbucks purchase with this card, which I think is awesome. And then also, when you make a purchase or something like that, you earn stars or reward points with this card. So it's like a Starbucks reward Visa card with no annual fee. And for your first purchase, you get 125 stars. I don't know what a star is because I don't go to Starbucks all that much. But I'm sure that if you go to Starbucks and you're an avid Starbucks user, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about as far as Starbucks stars are. Interesting stuff. Consumers who use their card will earn 1 star for every $10 in purchases, and the rewards perks include random promotions such as free food and beverages, as well as exclusive invitations to the chain's recently revamped happy hour. This move was an initiative launched by Starbucks, and right here I'm just reading a little bit, to increase the digital relationship with customers, as only 15 million of its 75 million monthly customers are active Starbucks rewards members. So I think this is their plan on getting Starbucks customers to be part of their rewards program. You know, Starbucks is in this weird spot of how do we grow our business, and this is my personal thoughts and opinion. So take it for what it is, not to be taken as financial advice, just more for educational purposes only. And on this article, Carl was saying that, yeah, they're trying to increase the number of active users at Starbucks, the active rewards members, because honestly, if you get a lot of people that are using your rewards, obviously they're coming to your establishment more and more and more often. Thus, people come into your door more often, more money gets exchanged, your profits will continue to rise. My question with Starbucks, and I think a lot of people's question with Starbucks, is how are they going to continue to grow into the future? At first, their goal was to have a Starbucks on every corner, which I think they pretty much hit it. I can't imagine driving down the street and not seeing a Starbucks pretty much within like a 3-mile radius or something like that. So they've pretty much achieved that. They pretty much achieved getting their coffee into like single drink form inside Walmart, Target, you name it. You got like the Frappuccino glass drink or whatever that you can drink. You also got like the mix, the Starbucks Via coffee, which is like instant coffee that you just mix with water and shake it up, and there you go. There's your coffee on point. And so what's the next expansion, especially in the States? I mean, I think overseas they could potentially put out more Starbucks facilities, but in the States it's like, where else are you going to put a Starbucks now, and how else are you going to expand? You got to either generate it through reducing your payroll or increasing the amount of times that people come back to to Starbucks. So I think this is one way for them to do that. However, for me, when I see this, I look at other companies that have done something similar, either with prepaid cards, and then I assume that they'll probably move into Starbucks credit cards here shortly. That's just the way that I see it going, which will be getting people in the debt, and so then they'll be getting paid interest off that debt for those credit cards. Starbucks is at almost its peak. Just an idea. I mean, my personal opinion right there. From what I've seen, this is the way that other companies roll, is especially with the smaller retail companies. I think about when my brother worked at I think it was like New York and Company. Like we were like told to push these credit cards. When you walk into Home Depot, it's like, hey, will you this be on your Home Depot card? And it's like, this is the only way that you guys can grow, is by putting other people into debt, because you you gotta be able to make money somewhere else, and people aren't willing to spend more money here. But guess what? If you can get them to pay 10% interest on that $100 purchase every single year, guess what? That's an additional $10 that they're paying, and they never had to come buy an additional product. You see what I mean? So I think that this is one way for first of all, their customers to get used to using a card, and then secondly, I look for them to maybe into the future roll out Starbucks credit cards. Just some ideas. I mean, definitely probably could catch some traction, because people, I still feel like, really like Starbucks. For me personally, I'll go to Starbucks, I'll drink their coffee if I have to, but it's not my first choice, because for me, it seems like their coffee 5, 6, 7 years ago tasted a lot better and was a lot less cookie cutter. So it was like, wow, that Starbucks coffee is really good coffee. Now it's like, whenever I get like the mocha frappuccino or whatever, it's like, this tastes like powder. Like, it tastes like it's just like, hey, you know what? Here's the pre-made drink. We just pour it in with the ice, boom, blend it up, and here you go. Here's your McDonald's frappuccino. But we went ahead and slapped the Starbucks on there and upped it by $2 and said, here you go, man. Here's your Starbucks. So anyways, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. If this means that you think that Starbucks could be rolling out with credit cards here also into the future, or shortly, I guess. And do you think it's a good idea for them to offer these prepaid cards to their customers? Do you think it will actually generate more sales and generate more repeat customers? I would love to know your thoughts. Feel free to post them down in the comments. And until next time, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you on the live stream. Peace out.